In the ever-turbulent secrets simmer beneath the surface and alliances shift like sand. Thursday, July 17th emerges as a pivotal day in Days of Our Lives. As the sun rises over this fictional yet fiercely beloved town, a whirlwind of emotional turmoil engulfs its residents. The kidnapping ordeal, Holly and Ari's desperate fight for survival. At the heart of this episode's chaos lies a harrowing tale of abduction that shatters the illusion of safety in Salem. Two young girls, Holly Jonas and Ariana Ari Horton, are thrust into a nightmare that no child should ever endure. What started as an ordinary day filled with the innocent joys of youth, perhaps plans for laughter-filled adventures or simple moments of play, quickly spirals into a terrifying abyss. Their kidnapping isn't just a plot device, it's a poignant reminder of how fragile childhood innocence can be when confronted by the darkness of the unknown. The stark reality of captivity. Imagine the scene. A dimly lit, unfamiliar room with cold, unforgiving walls that seem to close in with every passing second. The air is thick with dust and dread, and the only sounds are the distant echoes of footsteps that could belong to their captors. Holly, with her wide-eyed vulnerability, huddles close to Ari, her small hands trembling as she tries to make sense of their predicament. Every creak of a door or muffled voice from beyond sends their hearts pounding like war drums. They whisper to each other in hushed tones, sharing stories of home to ward off the encroaching fear. Holly recalls her mother's gentle lullabies, those soothing melodies that once chased away bad dreams, now serving as a fragile lifeline in this waking horror. Ari, known for her fiery spirit and boundless energy, finds herself transformed. No longer the carefree girl skipping through Salem's streets, she must summon courage she didn't know she possessed. She takes on a protective role, encouraging Holly with words of defiance. "We're stronger than this. They can't keep us here forever." Together, they devise small acts of rebellion, perhaps scratching messages into the floor or listening intently for clues about their location. Their bond, forged in the fires of adversity, becomes their greatest weapon, a testament to the resilience of youth even in the face of overwhelming terror. Flickers of hope amid desperation, yet amid the suffocating fear, glimmers of hope persist like stars piercing a stormy night sky. The girls cling to each other, their small bodies intertwined for warmth and comfort, whispering promises of escape and reunion. They fantasize about the moment of rescue. The door bursting open, familiar arms enveloping them, and the sweet relief of returning to the sunlit streets of Salem. Holly dreams of her mother's embrace, the scent of home-cooked meals, and the laughter that once filled their house. Ari envisions her family's worried faces transforming into smiles of joy, the nightmare fading like a bad dream at dawn. This ordeal highlights the profound emotional depth of Days of Our Lives, exploring themes of survival and sisterhood. It's a storyline that tugs at the heartstrings, reminding viewers of the vulnerabilities that come with love and the fierce determination that arises when innocence is threatened. As the hours tick by, the girls' resolve hardens, turning their fear into a quiet fury that could very well be the key to their salvation. Gabbys' torment, a mother's worst nightmare realized while the girls endure their captivity. Back in the bustling heart of Salem, Gabby Hernandez faces a parent's ultimate horror. The day unfolds with a devastating revelation. Her daughter Ari, who was supposed to be enjoying a carefree outing at the lake, has vanished without a trace. This isn't just a missing person case, it's a visceral plunge into panic that exposes the raw nerves of maternal instinct. The whirlwind of a mother's intuition. Gabby's world crumbles in an instant. Her phone, once a tool for casual check-ins, becomes a tormentor with every unanswered call. She paces frantically through familiar streets, her mind a whirlwind of worst-case scenarios. Where could she be? She mutters to herself, her voice cracking under the weight of dread. Retracing Ari's steps, Gabby interrogates neighbors, scours parks, and even revisits old haunts, each dead end amplifying her desperation. In her most vulnerable moments, she thinks of reaching out to J.J. Devereaux, the steadfast friend who has been her anchor through previous storms. Memories flood back of J.J.'s reassuring presence during past crises, his calm demeanor cutting through her chaos like a beacon. But this time, the stakes feel impossibly higher. Gabby's intuition screams that something is terribly wrong, a mother's sixth sense that overrides logic and reason. She imagines Ari's frightened face, calling out for her, and the thought sends waves of nausea through her body. Echoes of past anxieties and self-doubt compounding her agony are the shadows of previous false alarms. Gabby recalls the last time she raised the alarm about Ari's disappearance only to discover her daughter had been off on harmless teenage escapades, sneaking away for forbidden fun with friends. That memory breeds doubt. Will JJ take her seriously now, or will he brush it off as another overreaction? The guilt gnaws at her. Did she miss warning signs? Was she too distracted by her own life to protect her child? These questions swirl like a vortex, blending with self-doubt and raw anguish, pushing Gabby to the brink of emotional collapse. In this portrayal, Days of Our Lives masterfully captures the essence of parental fear, transforming Gabby's storyline into a dramatic exploration of love's vulnerabilities. Her journey is one of relentless pursuit, a mother's unyielding quest for answers that resonates with anyone who has ever felt the terror of uncertainty. Explosive confrontations. Tate and Doug's clash of accusations as the search for the missing girls intensifies. Tensions erupt among Salem's younger residents, turning suspicion into outright hostility. The kidnapping's ripple effects breed blame and fury, culminating in a heated showdown between Tate Black and Doug Williams III. This confrontation isn't just a spat, it's a powder keg of emotions exploding in a public spectacle that exposes the fragility of friendships under pressure. Tate's overwhelming guilt and outburst. Tate, consumed by guilt over his connection to Holly and the events leading to the abduction, can no longer contain his rage. In the stark emptiness of the school parking lot, under a sky heavy with unspoken accusations, he corners Doug. His voice trembles with a mix of fury and sorrow. If you hadn't dragged them out there, none of this would have happened. This is on you. Tate's fists clench, his face flushed with unshed tears and the burning heat of betrayal. Every word is laced with the pain of what-ifs, his mind replaying scenarios where he could have intervened, protected those he cares about. This outburst is more than anger, it's a cathartic release of pent-up fear, a young man's desperate attempt to regain control in a world spinning out of his grasp. Doug's fierce defense and escalating tensions. Doug, ever the loyal but hot-headed friend, refuses to back down. His eyes flash with indignation as he retorts, "You think I wanted this? I'm hurting too, you don't get to pin it all on me." The exchange escalates rapidly, voices rising like a crescendo in a tragic opera. Bystanders gather, whispering in hushed tones as the two young men circle each other like predators, the air thick with the threat of violence. For a fleeting moment, they are no longer the composed figures of Salem's youth but raw, exposed souls lashing out in primal desperation. This scene underscores the show's talent for dramatic interpersonal conflicts, showing how blame can fracture even the strongest bonds, leaving scars that may take episodes or seasons to heal. Courtroom intrigue. The high-stakes battle for Johnny's future shifting from the streets to the solemn confines of the Salem courthouse. Another layer of drama unfolds. Jury selection commences for the criminal trial of Johnny DiMera, drawing in key figures like Bell Black and E.J. DiMera in a battle that could redefine justice and family loyalty. The crushing weight of Justice Bell maintains a facade of professional calm, but beneath it, her nerves are frayed like worn threads. E.J., haunted by the foggy memories of the night he was shot, stands on the precipice of despair. His confession to Bell is laden with regret. "If only I could remember who pulled that trigger, I could clear Johnny's name and end this nightmare." The courthouse, with its echoing halls and stern judges, becomes a symbol of impending doom, where every legal maneuver carries the potential for salvation or ruin. Bell's resourceful push for truth, ever the strategic mind. Bell proposes unconventional solutions. "We need to unlock those memories. Hypnotic regression, therapy, anything to pierce the veil." Her words ignite a spark of possibility in E.J., urging him to confront the subconscious barriers that hide the truth. As the jury selection proceeds, the atmosphere is electric with uncertainty, the shadow of doubt casting long over father, son, and defender. This legal thriller element adds intellectual depth to the episode, blending suspense with the emotional stakes of familial redemption. Layers of deception. Sophia and Amy's tangled web of lies in a quieter corner of Salem, away from the public spectacles, a more insidious drama brews. Sophia Choi perpetuates an elaborate ruse by faking a pregnancy, ensnaring her mother Amy in a web of suspicion and heartache. Sophia's calculated performance. Sophia practices her deceptions meticulously, staring into the mirror as she perfects her tales of phantom cravings and fabricated morning sickness. She weaves stories of baby names and nursery dreams, forcing tears to sell the illusion. Yet, behind this charade, guilt festers like an open wound, clashing with her survival-driven resolve to maintain the lie at all costs. Amy's growing suspicion and inner conflict. Amy, guided by a mother's unerring intuition, senses the cracks in Sophia's narrative. She observes subtly, her heart torn between unwavering love and nagging doubt. What secrets lurk beneath her daughter's facade? For now, Sophia controls the narrative, but the tension builds like a storm on the horizon, promising an eventual unraveling. The enduring strength of family bonds and hope. As twilight descends on Salem, the day's events weave a complex mosaic of dread and optimism. The intensifying search for Ari and Holly unites the community in shared anguish, while personal battles highlight the tangled love that defines these families. The rallying power of community. Salem's residents, flawed as they are, draw strength from their interconnected lives. Neighbors band together, old rivalries set aside in pursuit of hope, embodying a town where forgiveness emerges from the ashes of conflict. Lingering cliffhangers and the allure of tomorrow. The episode concludes on tantalizing notes. Will the girls be rescued? Can fractured friendships mend? Will deceptions crumble? And can buried truths save Johnny? For devoted viewers, these questions echo the enduring appeal of Days of Our Lives. A saga of struggle, hope, and unbreakable family ties, where every ending is merely the prelude to more captivating drama.